last one.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we knew those guys were ball search victims all week. They had a lot of fumbles on tape. And anytime you emphasize that throughout the week, it needs to show up in the game, and that's what you saw today.
I guess anytime you have 5 turnovers, it's a pretty good day. At least should be.
I mean, yeah, there's going to be a lot of good film to watch in this. Obviously, we've had some pretty rough performances the first couple of weeks, and today was a much better performance, but there's still a lot of room to grow.
Third and longs. What do you think the issues have been for you guys? It seems like that's the one area that's been a struggle lately.
I think it's just a matter of working together. You know, rushing coverage has to work together, and we need to get home. And I thought the guys in the back end did a good job of covering to allow us to be able to get to those quarterbacks, especially in some max pro situations, especially at the end there. But we got to do better, of course.
This one feel a little better?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I needed this one, and I thank each and every man coaching here. You know, we had a great week of work, great prep. And yeah, it feels good right now. I'm not gonna lie.
A good day when you guys can manage 5 turnovers for this group here.
Absolutely.
What was that like being able to do that?
I mean, that's been the DNA here since the 70s, 60s, and beyond that. You know, they implemented rules because of the steel curtain, you know what I mean, to help offenses out. So, I'm just happy to be a part of it. I'm just going to try to be a star in my role, whatever that role is, week in and week out. Lean on the guys, and, we got a lot to clean up. But
how much did your institution of knowledge of the offense go against this week help this week?
It definitely helps you play faster. Let your instincts take over. But, it's still a lot to work on, but it's good making corrections after a win.
You get a game ball for this one, Jabrill?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So with that touchdown, Calvin, what are you thinking? Like he said earlier that earlier this week that he fits in. What do you think when he gets out there? Yeah.
You said what?
What are you thinking when he gets that touchdown?
I mean, he was built for it. Aaron went to the open guy, and he killed the guy off the line of scrimmage, and, he was able to catch the touchdown.
What's missing from the offense right now? What's necessary for that rhythm to show?
I mean, I don't know. I can give you an answer to that after we watch film, but I'm about to enjoy this win right now.
Stay locked in, and as an offense, you start off hot, and then things get cold for a couple quarters, so then be able to come back and drive.
Just being able to execute, even when things aren't going our way on first and second down, just execute on third down and being able to stay on the field.
DK, sometimes when offenses struggle, can you feed up the defense? I mean, they had 5 turnovers today, and you guys got back out there and were able to score in that last one.
Yeah, most definitely. Without the defense, we definitely wouldn't be sitting in this locker room, cheering or happy that we got a win. So, big shout out to the defense for, just creating 5 turnovers, and 2 of them were definitely in the red zone where they could have gotten 6 points easily.
No, it was a full, a full play call. 8 gave me, a little signal, and then we were on the same page and converted.
Calvin, on the same page, how good did that feel after you guys have had some misconnections in the last few weeks?
I think it was just, with this game and stuff, you're going to have, some ups and downs and stuff, but I think it's the biggest thing was just, this week we continued to be ourselves, continued to communicate, and then there was no panic at all from the last game. And so, you get in moments like this, and it's just about you just go back to your training and just got to go back to fundamentals, because that's all that was, just basic fundamentals right there.
He really came running after you, Calvin. Did you see Aaron Rodgers? He came running after you after you scored. Did it surprise you at all? Did you expect that?
Oh, yeah. I think after the first one I scored versus the Jets, he was one of the first people over there. So, I mean, that's the thing with this. Stuff happens, but, we see each other every day. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's on to the next. So I wasn't surprised at all.
After the struggles there for a couple quarters, were you guys able to feed off the defense and, the 5 turnovers, especially that last one, which led to your touchdown?
Yeah, most definitely. The defense, obviously, came up extremely big, and each of those moments where they were getting those turnovers, obviously you want to convert on all of them because we wouldn't be in this type of game. But sometimes there's games like this, and as Coach T says, it doesn't. Sometimes you may not win pretty, you know what I'm saying? But it's just about at the end of the day, executing at the end.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it got tilted, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, it got tilted, and shout out to Cam on it.
Did that change the trajectory of it, or the speed of the ball, or anything? Could you tell?
No, not that I remember. Like I said, it was kind of like a blur. I barely remember what happened. I blank out sometimes in the middle of the play, so it'd be like that.
How do you just evaluate this game where you guys forced turnovers but then gave up a fair number of yards?
No, we just go back. You know, the biggest thing is coming out with the win. You know, we come back tomorrow, see what we did wrong. Because obviously, you know, we can win when we really want to. We just got to, you know, step up, look at what we need to fix, and get it fixed.